Unsurprisingly, there's a huge problem with Xbox, especially if you're in the update kind of thing, or you're getting the update recently or whatever, and Microsoft has put out a bit of a warning. And so this should be something that realistically everybody kind of looks into, so make sure you guys stick around for that. I know that a lot of people like think that this is trying to be negative, or that I'm trying to be negative with these videos. I'm not. I'm trying to give you guys some warnings. I like Xbox. I hate it when there's issues or troubles or anything along those lines. It doesn't make me happy as a fan. It doesn't make me happy as a gamer. You know, I'm not trying to be down on Xbox. I understand, you know, what's going on with Xbox, and, you know, how these kind of things change a bit from time to time. But with that being said, I do want to get into this because it should be a very interesting video. And I also know that, you know, a lot of you guys are, you know, highly vested in you know, in Xbox, and, you know, you want to see it succeed. And listen, that's all I've ever wanted to. I know sometimes it can seem like I was being harsh on Xbox or whatever, but the reality of it is, you know, I have way more investment in Xbox than the average fan. And when that comes and you've spent, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars on Xbox over the years, you don't want to see it kind of go down the crapper. And as we all know, especially regarding digital content, apparently you don't own it, and they can take it anytime they want, and that's just a sad fact of the matter, unfortunately. But let's get into it. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. I do daily gaming content, so if you're looking for fun yet informative content, look no further. You know, if you guys are looking to help out my channel, the easiest thing and best way you can do that, to be honest with you, is just to like the video. If you could also subscribe, that would be great. But honestly, a simple like helps the videos to be seen and stuff like that, so would be just as much appreciated if you could do that, you know. So yes, thank you guys. Now, according to this, Xbox has a problem with the update error that's plaguing insiders, but there's a bit of a workaround. So if you've woken up or stayed up late to find out that your Xbox console suddenly won't work and is presenting you with a problem with the update screen instead, rest assured that you're definitely not alone. The error 0x8B050033 started presenting itself a little while ago and seems specific to certain members of the Xbox Insider program. When it appears, you can't apply the update, meaning there's no easy way to access your console. Lots and lots of people have been reporting the error already. Here's one example. I'm going to link this article so you guys can check it out too. It says, I'm getting error code every time I get on my Xbox. I've tried restarting and the power cycle with no luck. Obviously, this is something that can happen with Xbox Insider program if you're part of an experimental testing ring, after all. And the good news is that Team Xbox will likely have a fix for the error very soon or in the future. If you're desperate to get on your Xbox right now, though, the alternative method that fans are sharing is to unenroll yourself from the Insider program, which seems to be working for most people, but not all. Sign in on your Xbox console with your Microsoft account registered on the Xbox Insider program. Launch the Xbox Insider Hub. In the Insider Hub, navigate to Settings, Manage Devices, select the consoles or devices you wish to remove from the Xbox Insider program, then select Done. This disassociates the console or device from your Microsoft account and removes access to any playtests, previews, or betas through the Xbox Insider program. As you can see, though, the idea here is to sign into the Xbox Hub on a Windows PC or another Xbox console, and then go to Settings, Manage Devices, and choose the console you want to remove from the program. The problem with this is that you might be prompted to do some kind of factory reset on your console, meaning certain or all aspects of your profile may need reapplying or reinstalling in order to get everything back to normal. Some have also suggested that even after doing the factory reset, they're still running into some major issues. Personally, I'd suggest, you know, avoiding the workaround if you can help it, just because it causes more issues than it solves. And obviously, you know, there could be an issue, you know, that was, you know, happening to Xbox or whatever. But, you know, again, like, these problems kind of persist, you know, over time. And, you know, this is why I kind of left, like, the more experimental tiers of the Insider program. Like, it used to be cool, right? Like, I remember back on the Xbox One days, like, the Insider program was definitely like a cool thing you could get, you know, because they were doing really like console centric things. And now it's like little things that they do, which aren't even really worth mentioning in a lot of the times, but they're like completely, completely like bricking consoles and things like that. I think I left the program when I had to factory reset for like the fourth or fifth time, and just to me, it just wasn't really worth it. And unfortunately, I think for a lot of fans, it's probably a type of a similar situation, But again, these things happen. A lot of people, I think, are very much open and okay with, the way that these things happen, and understand that that's kind of part of the deal, And at the same point in time, we all kind of wait and see how everybody kind of reacts to these things, and in general. It's just kind of fun to see how fans kind of flock to, Xbox and things like that, and they want to try new things. But the problem is, they're trying new things, but at the same point in time, it's not really worth it, in my opinion. So, it's been a bit of an issue kind of going forward with a lot of these type of situations, and to be honest with you, it just is kind of goes with the territory. So, I'm not really shocked when there's like these warnings that come up and things like that. I think, this is something that definitely happens. And at the end of the day, this is something that I feel like, that happens, and that you can't really change. So I hope Microsoft does a little bit better job in the future to kind of make sure that these things are better at launch, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not like super bummed out by it, and whenever I see these things or whatever, because I know I know how fans are. Fans can obviously think they're what they want about like these things. So for me anyway, like I said, I like the fact that Microsoft is still kind of reinventing themselves and reinventing Xbox a bit. But at the same point in time, I do feel like obviously that Microsoft can do a little bit better job with kind of what they're offering in terms of value. From the insider program, it almost does, like, I get that, like, it's needed, right? So like, I understand that it's definitely needed. You need to have people testing things out, but also, like, don't you have internal testers too? Like, that, to me, it just is weird that stuff like this happens, and we keep seeing the way that these things kind of change or whatever. But I hope that we see some interesting things in the future. I would love to see more console centric things come out. Like I mentioned earlier, I think that would be a huge thing that a lot of people kind of gravitate to, whether it be, like, it's such a social world, and Microsoft knows, all these companies know how social the world is right now. And yet it's strange because it's a social world, but here we are, where these companies are kind of cutting off ways to share your share your actual gameplay, your screenshots, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit interesting that kind of stuff happens, but at the end of the day, what can you do about it? You know what I mean? So at least they're going to address this, and hopefully kind of get everything fixed up and back to right. You know what I mean? Like, I would definitely not suggest uninstalling things or leaving the program, or to me, that's the equivalent of like turning off your console in the middle of an update. Like, it's just not a smart thing to do. And again, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think that everything kind of happens for a reason, and hopefully they've learned something out of this, or kind of change something, or get something going. I would love to see something happen where gamers are gamers are excited and continue to be excited about the platform, instead of worrying about, hey, I'm gonna lose all my everything. So we'll see. Anyway, I will link this. You guys can check it out, and let me know what you think. Certainly, I definitely do appreciate that. I know like these things are never fun when it starts happening, but I would love your guys' thoughts, and obviously any kind of ideas that you guys have, or whatever, let me know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. I will catch you guys next time. Crap gamer